Hi guys, this is Dr. Marshall. I ended up having to split the 0-1 um, participation for the structure of anatomy and physiology into a third lesson. It was just getting too long in the second one. So this one won't be nearly as long as the other two have been though. Um, so if you're here, I'm assuming you got here by uh, coming to the home page and then clicking on assignments and saying part 3, and um, hopefully you have your worksheet, and um, hopefully you kept the graphic organizer from the last time, and you can just continue that. If not, you can get a new one, um, and then just click on the Nearpod start, and we'll get rolling here. So join the lesson, and this is the slide we had at the end of the last one. So again, we now know we interact with the environment. That's our core concept. There are 3 major goals of this interaction, and each of these goals is associated with a set of body functions that help accomplish this goal. And now the final piece of this model is that although all of the body's anatomic systems are intimately connected and work together, they can all be predominantly associated with one of the above functions. This makes memory and understanding of these systems more logical and easier to accomplish. So let's see how this works. Okay, so we've said that in our, and I need to open up the notes here, so I'm going to have to send them an email address. So I can type in here. So we said that in our interaction with the environment, acquiring energy and biomaterials is accomplished primarily through the functions of digestion and metabolism. Okay, and we define digestion above. It would make sense that the organ system most closely related to digestion would be the digestive system. Okay, we have a digestive system, and this system is also given the name gastrointestinal system, with gastro referring to the stomach. If I go and look at my graphic organizer, it makes sense. I don't really need to memorize that, do I? I just know that in order for me to be successful with my interaction with the environment, I have to extract energy and biomaterial. And one of the functions that does that is digestion. And oh, by the way, the digestive system is the anatomy piece of that, or the functional piece that accomplishes that. Okay, go to the next slide, and we do the same thing. Metabolism, or the breaking down of biomaterials to obtain energy, and the rebuilding of these blocks into new biomaterials occurs in all cells. So we'll say that the function of metabolism is associated with all cells, not just a specific organ and system. However, because oxygen, which enters the body through the respiratory system, is required for metabolism to take place, and the major waste product of metabolism is carbon dioxide, which exits through the respiratory system, we can say that metabolism is most closely associated with the respiratory system in addition to all cells. So for extracting energy and biomaterial, I have these 2 functions, digestion and metabolism, and digestive system accomplishes this, and all cells and the respiratory system accomplish the features of metabolism. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So we've said that maintaining homeostasis begins with maintaining boundaries. 62. Maintaining boundaries between the inside and the outside of the body. And this is primarily accomplished by and we're going to use a different word for skin. We're going to call this the integumentary system, which consists mainly of the skin. And recognize the root here, integumentary, integer, or integrity, right? The word integrity comes from the same root. And so what we can picture this as is that the integumentary system maintains the integrity of the body. Additionally, we must be able to monitor our surroundings and internal environment with various receptors, integrate the information the receptors receive, and make adjustments and responses to changes in our internal and external environment. The major functions of responsiveness and movement are accomplished by the nervous, endocrine, and immune systems, and the muscular and skeletal systems, respectively. Okay, so if I want to maintain a stable internal environment, I have to maintain boundaries, first of all, which is accomplished by the integumentary system. I have to be able to respond, which is accomplished by the nervous, the endocrine, and the immune systems. Okay, and then I have to be able to move, and that's going to be accomplished by the muscular and skeletal system. So a lot of these just make sense. Some of these you may have to practice a little bit to try and remember, but a lot of these just make sense. Now, in order to distribute the various biomaterials throughout the body, we need a system of tubes, right, that connects all the various places in the body through which these materials can flow. And this function of distribution is accomplished primarily by the cardiovascular system. And I want to use this instead of circulatory because this tells me more information. It tells me that I've got a system of a pump and tubes, right? Cardio is the pump, vascular is the system of tubes. I've got a system of a pump with tubes that's going to accomplish this for me. Now, there's actually a secondary system of tubes, and this secondary system is called the lymphatic system. Okay. This drains and collects tissue fluid, and this tissue fluid we're going to call lymph. Okay, the tissue fluid itself is called lymph, and it collects this tissue fluid from the body's tissues and empties it back into the cardiovascular system. But it also contains the lymph nodes in the path of this system, and it filters material in lymph vessels for foreign particles and activates the body's immune system if necessary. The fluid flowing through the cardiovascular system is also a tissue in itself, and so we're going to add that into our diagram as an additional system. This is going to be the blood system, or the blood, just the blood itself. And so you can see here, in order for me to distribute biomaterials, I've got the cardiovascular, lymphatic, and blood systems. Okay. Now, in order to maintain homeostatic balance, the body needs to be able to eliminate 3 types of wastes. Okay, I need to eliminate solid wastes, which come from indigestible food products. I need to eliminate carbon dioxide, which is a product of energy production. You're aware of this from cellular respiration. And then I need to break down nitrogen containing or nitrogenous compounds containing which are toxic products of the breakdown of nitrogen containing biomaterials like proteins and nucleic acids. The wastes are excreted by the digestive, respiratory, and urinary systems, respectively. So if we want to see this on the concept map, I'm not going to click that, I'm just going to go to the next page. So excretion: solids, carbon dioxide, nitrogenous, digestive, respiratory, and urinary system. So make sure you keep those straight. This is a big one. Okay, then as we accomplish the major function of growth and development, all body systems work together. So all systems work together to maintain our successful interaction with the body, with the environment. And during adult life, the major function of reproduction is accomplished primarily by the, of course, reproductive system. So now I've completed my concept map. You need to be able to fill all of this in, but it's really very simple. All you do is you say my core interaction or core process is interacting with the environment. What do I need to make this successful? I need to acquire energy and biomaterials. I need to maintain a stable internal environment, and I need to persist in the environment or persist in, as an individual and as a species. Okay, and then you go back to the acquiring energy and biomaterials, and you say, what are the two functions? Digestion and metabolism. You go to the homeostatic section. You say, what are the 5 functions that I need? I need maintaining boundaries. I need responsiveness. I need movement. I need to be able to distribute my biomaterials, and I need to be able to excrete. Okay, and so on. So this is a very cool way of organizing this. And then you go back to the individual functions. You say, okay, what system accomplishes this? Okay, what anatomy accomplishes this? So the function of digestion is accomplished by the digestive system, and so on. Okay, I'm going to go to the next slide. Now, we have one final concept, and I'm going to stop this video and put that final concept in a video by itself here at the end. So let's stop this video, and we'll come back to this question here.